Now, join Selectman Chuck DeCoste and I for our discussion on what is happening for our seniors. Our new campaign, Don't Forget I'm Here. Don't forget I'm here. This is the theme for this month's show, and it's only the beginning. During the next few months, we will be talking to many people about what they feel may be the future issues for our senior population. We've heard that one of the Selectmen's goals for the years is to give more attention to senior issues. It isn't that we've been totally ignored, but sometimes we are put on the back burner. We are number 6 on the lists. So let's begin our senior issues discussion with our good friend and Selectman Chuck DeCoste to hear what is on the town's agenda so far. So thanks, Chuck. Thanks for being here with me.
Thanks for having me, Barbara.
Yeah, it's time for us to start talking about things for the seniors.
It sure is.
I mean, we have been over the years, but now it's getting a little more serious, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. This is when the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, yeah. Issues that we have are more space, more housing,
Sure.
and, tax relief.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Big one, yeah. And affordable housing goals. So let's hit a few of those today and start the ball.
That'd be great. So just to start off the bat, I want to start with housing because it's something that has come up through the master plan update steering committee, and they have the consultant, along with the folks that have dedicated their time and done a great job with PJ Vell as the chair. Those folks have identified some opportunities for us to tweak our zoning bylaws to help create opportunities for dwelling in place, aging in place, our accessory dwelling or in-law apartment bylaw could use some tweaking, which may help, may create some opportunities for families that have, their parents in town and they want to try to make sure that the parents stay in town. So that's one opportunity. There's other things that we're looking at kind of on a research basis from Board of Selectmen standpoint, where we're looking at assisted living and affordable housing developments and different opportunities for us to take advantage of some of the spaces that are out there. And when we do, there's a lot of development going on in town right now. A lot of it is single family, and they're not necessarily affordable. I can't afford them.
One thing I want to mention too
Sure.
is the tax. People our senior citizen population here is growing, and they keep telling us it's going to get bigger and bigger. You're talking about a lot of good things because one of the things is being able to have your parent live with you, but have their own space.
Correct.
Because that's really important. They can still feel a little independent, but they know that they have somebody nearby that can help them.
Right.
And then affordable housing, of course, because
Sure.
it gets very expensive. It keeps getting higher and higher. It's never going to go lower and lower. So it's good that you're looking at these things for us.
Yeah, we've identified it as something that's extremely important to us as a board. And to your point in the opening about being 6th on the list, the seniors have been great active community within our community, and we need to pay attention to them.
Yeah.
And we need to address things like the space needs within just a senior center or the space needs within our existing space. Transportation, expanding our Council on Aging to offer, we do some great things within the Council of Aging,
right.
But we need to expand it so that we don't have seniors that are going out of town to use services from other communities. We want to try to keep our seniors in town and give them the opportunity to be a part of the community and give them the services they need. We've done a lot with, certainly I was pretty active in the alumni field renovation, and we saw that when we're focused on getting something done, we can get the people out. And a lot of those same people that came out in support of renovating alumni are realizing there's other things that we could do and they can do to have an impact on our town.
Yeah.
And many of them have realized that the seniors need our attention, which is fantastic. To that generational gap, sometimes it's us versus them.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing much more of let's do this together and lock arms and see what opportunities there are.
I see that happening now. There is a certain group of people that are coming up into realizing, uh-oh, I'm getting there. And what do I want to do? Do I want to stay in Littleton, and will I be able to stay in Littleton? And or they have family with them that they would like to keep in Littleton. And so it is time to kind of focus, and these people are focusing now. We needed a younger group in a way.
Sure.
Because, you know, sometimes they think of us as probably old people. And seniors aren't really old people. They still have goals.
Sure.
And things they want to do.
Absolutely.
And lives they want to lead. And so it's good to have this attention.
Yeah, I'm excited about the board that we have right now, the Board of Selectmen. Everybody that's on there, actually, with the exception of myself, really. Joe Knox, I'd like to give him a ribbon every once in a while. He's at that point. You know, he's our elder member.
Yeah, but a young senior.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Jim Carr has his mom living with him, you know, so exactly what we're talking about. So it's very important to him, and his mom uses the services quite a bit. And he's very focused on you know, the seniors benefiting from our actions. Melissa's mom lives in Littleton and plans to do the same.
Oh.
Paul Glavey, his dad is still in town. His mom just passed away, you know, sadly, but his dad's still in town. And so, and I'm, as an elected official, I feel as though I represent everybody.
Right.
And having conversations with you and with other seniors, I'm passionate about it. And I've told you the story about my mom lives down in Dedham, and I hope that there are people on the Board of Selectmen down in Dedham that are doing the right thing and taking care of her as a senior citizen in Dedham. So I want to do my part in our own little community, and hopefully that dynamic that we have of the 5 members of the Board of Selectmen, I would say that's one of the reasons it came to the top. Hopefully we can move you up from number 6 and start earmarking some projects and funding. And we've started that path. We started down that path. In Maytown meeting, we allocated funds to do the facility study.
Okay.
Which is looking at the town hall building and the highest and best use of the town hall building. And it's great to hear some of the ideas that people are sharing, whether it's on social media, which I'm kind of mixed on, but some of the information that you're able to gain from people's ideas, people sharing pretty openly. They're not necessarily going to come to a meeting and tell you about it, but they share some ideas on social media. For instance, if we were able to do something with where the school department is, that would free up space potentially. You know, if the school department was able to find another location, whether it be on one of the school campuses or we're able to purchase another property that's adjacent to one of the schools or something, that whole space would be freed up and give us the opportunity to maybe do a renovation, which would give seniors a lot more space on that side of the building.
Right.
One of the other things we've heard is that the seniors would like to try to stay on the campus of the town hall, you know, because a lot goes on there. The kitchen is there. We just did a renovation with the kitchen, and it's kind of the hub. You know, we have the library and the council is there. So.
It would be good. Yeah, I know the director wants to stay in this building, and that's fine. But we need the room to have more programs that would appeal to the younger seniors. You know, like you want art classes and probably, you know, writing classes and things that you don't necessarily need to do exercise in, you know, rooms that you don't, because we have the multipurpose room, we do exercises there, and that's great. Although when we have more exercise, we have to move to the library, for heaven's sakes, and we have to move to the selectmen's room. So, I feel we need more room than what we've got, and also see that we could use more room than even that side of the building. But that's just, you know, another thought.
That's.
I mean, if someday I see, probably not soon, but a senior center, you know, where you have all the rooms, where you could have a music room and an art room and a, you know, meetings and everything. But until then, we certainly don't want anything taken away from us
Absolutely.
in the town office building either. It would be nice to have things added, rooms added,
That would
until the day of the big senior center in the sky.
Well, maybe we can
But
see
we're
if,
working with it. I mean, the Council on Aging is working with it, what we have, and, you know, that certainly helps.
there is a level of awareness now too, and you know, between, like I mentioned, the alumni field renovation, the library's been going through a lot, looking at their space and applying for the grant, and through all of that, and the efforts of some vocal seniors that put up signs and
Yeah,
are definitely heard. The awareness is at an all-time high, in my opinion, in the town. And whether it's to do a renovation on this side of the building where we can find some space for maybe Park and Rec and the school department move out, and that whole side of the building is dedicated to the seniors.
Right.
Or if we were to do something with a space, I think everybody knows that Indian Hill is moving over to Groton. That's a space that's, you know, adjacent to the high school.
Right.
And it's a nice piece of property, and it's got, you know, you mentioned music rooms and meeting rooms, and that could be an awesome senior center potentially.
boy.
You know, so no idea what the price tag is. We've started some conversations with them to let them know that we'd like an opportunity to take a look at it and start some discussions. But they're about 3 years away from moving into Groton.
Yeah.
So there's some things that we can do in the interim there as well. And there's other spaces in town. I keep bringing up 12 Robinson Road, the old farmhouse up there, and the DCU building, the old DCU building.
oh yeah,
on
that's
Great
been brought
Road.
up before, years ago.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So that would bring the seniors, if we were to do a senior center there, closer to the common, but not close to town hall and the library. And
Yeah.
but I love the fact that there's a lot more buzz about the seniors, and you know, what if we did this? What if we did that? A senior
Yeah.
center could go on the Morgan property. And, you know, just getting those ideas and trying to find ways to make it happen. Looking for grants and you know, funding sources.
Right.
Certainly, that's important.
I think that, you know, the seniors have been kind of quiet. I mean, they think they're not, but they are. They're not coming out in groups
Sure.
to say, this is what we need. But I'm glad that it's starting. I really am. And I feel that we are becoming a little more verbal about what we want.
Right.
And so what we plan to do is have a few shows where we invite people in to, you know, talk about this, talk about what they think we need, and some people what they are doing for
Sure.
the seniors. And, you know, I think this is a great town, and we spent a lot of time taking care of our citizens.
Sure.
I mean, and I don't want it to sound like we're saying we're totally ignored, because we're not. We're not. And, but sometimes it does seem that way when something else happens in the
Right.
senior center, or the seniors are, again, number whatever,
Back burner.
back burner.
Right.
But so we were going to talk about Sudbury
Yes.
and their tax program.
And I'm glad you brought me back to it. It's on my mind. I just
Yeah,
needed
we
get
got to
it
go
out.
to taxes now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, senior center, put that over here. Taxes, that's
it's exciting,
important.
and it's all exciting, and I love the fact that we're focused on this, and we do have, you know, a bunch of balls that we're trying to juggle and find ways to make things happen to have an impact, an immediate impact as well as, you know, have some long range goals. But with the Sudbury Sudbury Senior Tax Relief Program is a program that was proposed. It's been in the works for a number of years in the town of Sudbury, with the support of their state rep out of Lexington. I forget his name. I'm embarrassed. But the essential, we have our tax work-off program, which offers seniors an opportunity to work in different town departments,
Right.
and work down their taxes. So an immediate impact that we could have is to expand that and find ways to make that even better.
That'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So beyond that, we're looking pretty seriously at doing something like what Sudbury did in their tax relief program, which is a program that offers reduced taxes on property taxes for a number of seniors. And I've just used some numbers from from Sudbury, they were able to have 118 of their seniors qualify. And there's different qualifiers, circuit breaker, if you qualify for circuit breaker. So if we have people that we have a kind of a vetting system right now, we'd implement something similar to what Sudbury has and kind of what we have. And so 118 of the Sudbury residents qualified for an average of a $2,500 savings on their tax bill.
Wow.
So the impact to the levy was about just under $300,000, about $289,000. Now that $289,000 needed to be spread out to everybody other than the 118 resident homeowners, property owners. So it would take some conversation, some education, and would have to go to town meeting. And after we approve it at town meeting, would have to go to the State House because it would be a change to 2.5 essentially. It would be something above and beyond 2.5. My hope is that maybe as a result of this, we can get together with Representative Arciero and get some additional conversations going with him and see some lessons learned from Sudbury. And Concord is in the process of doing a similar program. So we're very much on the cutting edge. And I love that about Littleton is we always seem to be on the front edge of whether it's municipal financing or different programs. So that's an exciting time. And I hope that we're able to implement that within the next couple of years.
That would be great. That would be something that some seniors that are going into that place to look forward to.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Right. So,
and also talk about it, so maybe they would encourage this if they,
Certainly. Maybe they have friends in Sudbury that have benefited from it or know about it. And, and whether it's younger residents that could ask their friends in Sudbury, what was the impact to your tax bill?
Yeah.
Because that's certainly a question that's going to come up.
Sure.
To a senior that has benefited from it, and maybe they saved $1,800, maybe they saved $2,700 on their tax bill, but that's certainly an impact for a senior that's on a fixed budget, and I think it's something that could have a real positive impact to help our seniors to stay in their homes.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily affordable housing, and we're not talking the grand scale, but if we can impact 120 lives, I think that'd be pretty
right.
Pretty great.
Well, that would be fantastic. The other thing that is interesting here in town is that the Council on Aging really is working on transportation. I'm thinking about seniors living in their homes, and also transportation for those who would need to get to a doctor's appointment or something, and now they're not really driving that far. So this transportation idea is a good thing. Definitely. And Littleton's coming ahead with that, I think, as far as other towns are concerned.
Right.
They're doing really well. So that's a good thing, too. I mean, everybody needs to know about transportation.
Absolutely. And there are resources available through the council and through some collaboratives. Keith has been very active in the Crosstown Connect, the Montechusett area regional transportation system, and has helped to facilitate transportation through a collaborative. So it's not just Littleton, we're using other communities' resources as well. And we're looking to add a vehicle because there are some folks that just, we don't have a driver after 3 o'clock or what have you. So there are some needs.
Okay.
And we're addressing those needs with another vehicle. With another vehicle, we'll need some additional staff.
Oh, yeah.
So right now we've got 6 part-timers that man the MART bus.
Yeah.
And if we can add some part-time hours, so that's on our
making jobs
radar as well. Well, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, okay. So we've started this.
Right.
We've got into the taxes and the Council on Aging's transportation and a building or rooms.
Right, space.
And so this is good. And I want us to keep this going so that, people know and seniors know that, the Selectmen and others are really thinking about them.
Right.
And
We are.
maybe things will happen.
I think they will. I'm excited about the opportunity, and I think you're going to see some nice changes happening.
Yeah. Good. Thank you so
Thank you.
much
No
for being
problem.
here.
Thank you for doing this and all that you do in town.
Yeah, thank you.